What's up, guys? I thought it'd be fun to do a playthrough of Die Hard for the NES, and there's a lot I have to say about this game, so I thought I'd do some commentary after I recorded the footage. This game was released in the early 90s for the NES by Pack-In Video, which was a developer and publisher, Japanese developer, and sometimes they would publish games as well. They did a couple licensed games. They did the Predator NES game, which is notoriously kind of regarded as not so good. Both that game and this game were featured on the Angry Video Game Nerd, so you might automatically assume that they're both terrible, but I think this game has a lot of good qualities. It's a very ambitious NES game, and yeah, probably your first impression is going to be, okay, the shooting feels bad, the movement feels bad, everything feels really clunky. But the more you play it, you get kind of used to it, and it's just kind of one of those kinds of NES games. I think there were a lot of NES games where you just, first time you play it, it just feels terrible. You die right away. You don't know where you're going. You have to use a guide, that sort of thing. But, you know, similar vein of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for NES, which I think is also a pretty decent game. It's definitely not as bad as people make it out. But, yeah, so this is Die Hard. There was also a TurboGrafx game released, which is probably a little more faithful. What kind of probably what people thought a Die Hard game would be. But today we're going to be playing this game, and we're playing it on the advanced difficulty, which is, in my opinion, the fun way to play. It's much more difficult. You're a lot more fragile. Enemies are just always blowing you up. Yeah, this game has some really cool elements. It's kind of randomized. Sometimes, like, items will be in different locations. But I think it's pretty faithful to the movie. You do a lot of the stuff you do. You can see a little sort of cutscene right there of the character. It kind of advances the story that way. You know, depending on what you do, you kind of get these different little cutscenes with, you know, images from the movie, which look pretty good. You know, they don't look amazing. Sometimes John McClane looks kind of fucked up, but I still think this game has a lot of good qualities. It's very challenging. There's a lot of stuff you need to do. Right now, you can see me crawling around in the vents. That's pretty cool. It's like the movie. And every time you go in the vents, which is kind of annoying, you lose your machine gun. I guess it's supposed to be like in the movie where he has to use his machine gun to like hold himself or something, keep himself from falling. So that is annoying. There are a few annoying parts in this game. One thing, you have to shoot doors open. I despise that mechanic. It's just like, why? Like, oh, here's a guy trying to ambush me. Nope, I was ready. I called the elevator, but see, yeah, you have to shoot the door open. It's just an annoying mechanic. There's also a foot mechanic, which I think people don't like. Basically, the more you move, your foot bar goes down, and that makes you move really slow. And when it goes all the way down, you're just gonna get blown up. You're just gonna get shot by these guys. So you kind of have stuff to manage. You have stuff you need to do. Like right now, you can collect a rocket and a blueprint, and you go down to this floor using that express elevator, which you kind of need to get there early because he'll shut it down. So you have to basically go to that computer, and then you use the rocket and shoot it in the right spot. The map will tell you where the computer is, and you just you kind of have to do that to buy time. Because it's pretty tight on advanced. But yeah, there is a sort of time mechanic in this game. Usually, like going up and down stairs takes time. I don't know how long it is. It's like 20 seconds or something. I think every 4 minutes a lock. Hans Gruber get through another lock, and you basically, you don't want them to get all the way open into the vault or whatever. So you can see right there, when you get shot, you'll kind of drop your items, which I think is cool. It encourages you to, you know, stick around firefights and not just run away. And you have important items. Like a lot of enemies carry the radio, Right there you can see, oh, you definitely don't want to get caught in between enemies. That is the worst, you know, just like Double Dragon. It's just terrible. You see that machine gun's very powerful. You get this kind of spray of bullets. I really don't like the pistol, but I love the machine gun. So yeah, and when you have the radio, you'll get to see these little cutscenes. There you get to see Hans Gruber, and yeah, there's just a lot of stuff going on in this game. I think it's definitely easy to just say, oh, it's a terrible NES game. I don't even remember why I started playing it. I was just going through a big list on with a bunch of just files I had downloaded. This floor is very dangerous. And, of course, the soda is your health in this game. There, I know he's in there. Yeah, there he is. Oh, you hear a little noise sometimes and your gun stops. That means your gun jams. This game is very punishing, but it makes these firefights very exciting and very tense. And, you know, there's terrain. You can see, just like in the movie, I think this is that floor in the movie where they shoot out all the glass and, you know, John McClane's feet get kind of beat up. So, you know, you can walk over glass, but it will make your foot bar go down, which is pretty important to you have to be kind of have to manage it in advance, but you know, you also have a sprint, a dash. Yeah, see right there, I'm kind of dashing away. That also makes your foot bar go down. So you kind of want to be careful. You don't want to just be sprinting all the time. You don't want to be sprinting through glass. You want to know where the first aid kits are, which will heal your poor aching feet. I know there's a guy around here. There he is. You can also see there's this sort of field of vision thing going on where, you know, you can't see past certain parts, you can't see into rooms, which is also exciting because you don't know. See, I didn't know he was in there. I had an idea he was in there, but it just makes it very tense. You know, you have to be careful around corners, like right there. I thought they would be there, but they're not. They're down here. But I really like that, and the action feels really tense. Oh, so right there I found the detonators. I think one way to beat the game, you want to lose the detonator, so they'll have the detonator at the end. But in this run, we're just gonna keep the detonator. We're gonna blow up some doors that you need the C4. You need the detonator and the C4. And when you get shot, I think the first thing you lose is the detonator. So you kind of have to be careful. But I really find that interesting. It really makes you feel fragile. You know, it really makes using items and getting what you need feel difficult, feel a little more realistic. Everything's... Oh, what the heck was that? That just went right through the wall. And you also don't want to just go spraying all over the place, because bullets can be pretty scarce in this game, and it's really annoying having to shoot open doors. I really don't like that. It's like one of two serious complaints I have with this game. Yeah, you just press select, switch to the C4, get some good stuff in here. Alright, so yeah, in this run I'm really just gonna be trying to kill everything. That's really just my goal. I think there are other ways to win, but today we're gonna be doing this. I'll probably try to do the other endings in a future video. This room's pretty dangerous. And they throw those, you see those little hockey puck looking things they throw? Those are flash grenades, and if you're kind of in the right radius, you'll get stunned, and you get stunned for a long time. So that's probably the most dangerous thing you can get hit by. Because if you're frozen, you're just going to get machine gunned, and it's going to hurt. Gotta blow up this door. Only way to get in there without blowing up the doors, you have to do what I did before, go around, go into the air vents, takes forever, you lose your machine gun. So we're just gonna blow it up. Oh, and there you can see another shot from the movie. I kind of skipped over it quickly, but yep, the police armored car got exploded. So I really like that. It really does feel pretty faithful to the movie, and there are a lot of mechanics that come from parts of the movie. And it just feels, you feel very fragile. It feels kind of like a roguelike because it's a bit random. You know, sometimes the enemies are in different spots, or items are in different spots. I like to come back down here at some point because there's usually two guys in here, and there's also some, oh, you can see Carl Winslow. Gonna call the elevator first because it takes forever. The part's kind of annoying. Elevator just sometimes takes forever. You just have to sit here. But yeah, so the time mechanic, it can get kind of stressful because you also have to keep into account that when you go use the stairwell, you go up and down stairs, it takes time. So if you need to get to like the top floor and, you know, Hans Gruber's about to get away and you're on like the bottom, you're on like floor 31 or something. I've lost runs because it just takes so long. I just managed my time poorly and then was at the bottom of the stairs and just lose a lot of time. There's another guy. So I think now at this point they start taking more hits. You can see at the bottom where it says L4. That's what lock they're on. Basically that's your kind of timer. It's probably, yeah, there he is. Yeah, 3 hits. So it, you know, it gets harder as the game goes on, which is, you know, it's pretty exciting. It gets stressful. It gets really hard at the end, and you have to go fast. So it's just a fun experience. Just looking for guys, thinking about getting some soda. Alright, I think I'll get some soda. Gotta blow open the vending machine. Looks like there's nobody around. Oh, I heard the elevator. Alright, well, don't have flash grenades, so I'll just blow them away. Looking for guys. Fire some warning shots. Doesn't really look like John McClane though, with that black head of hair. It's more like a Fonzie or something. And he looks weird when he's walking to the left. Oh, tried to get in between those bullets. Your character's hurt box is pretty huge. Just looking at my stuff, checking the time. See, you can see that timer kind of counts down. Making my rounds. Oh, heard the elevator. There's just always stuff going on. There's always guys. And the aiming is not as bad, but it feels like an NES game where it's gonna feel painful at first. Might not be enjoyable, but I just like the challenge of it, and it kind of feels like the movie, so I just kept playing it, and the shooting got a little bit better, and it just feels pretty good. Definitely a game I would have definitely overlooked. There were so many bad licensed NES games, and I just lost all hope for movie games when I was a kid. And I didn't really know this was Japanese. Usually I think the Japanese licensed games fare pretty well. Capcom, you know, and all those Disney games and stuff. There's some okay movie games out there, and I think this is one of them. Oh, see, you just get frozen, and if there's like multiple guys around, it's just the worst thing. Once again, I hear the elevator. I'm gonna bounce off this He's frozen for a long time. It's, see, my gun jammed, but it doesn't matter because you're frozen. Looking for guys. Anybody up here? And this is, you know, this area's... Uh-oh, is that Ode to Joy? I think that means, I gotta go blow him away. Yeah, there's only 3 crooks left, you can see. Debating if I should just go straight there, but I'll just get health pack so my feet are a little bit better. Get some health, even though there's health on the roof. Yeah, that's another nice part. And for the roof, I feel like it's kind of faithful because there are explosives, and I think if you use C4, the roof just explodes and you die instantly or something. So just a lot of thought about the movie, and kind of some stuff, mechanics that were inspired by scenes from the movie. Like this one coming up. Here's the helipad on the roof. There is a way to fight the helicopter, but not today. We're just gonna blow everything away ourselves. Super cop. Get the fire hose. That's cool. Ah, gun jammed at the worst time. It's okay. Let me drop some cola for me. Now we just gotta take care of Carl from the movie. He's got more health. Ooh, I froze him. Oh yeah, do it. Oh, now that was satisfying. Yeah, you can blow open the windows, and if you get too close you fall out, but same goes for the enemies, so it's pretty cool. And here he is. Alan Rickman. A one-on-one. You only have your pistol for this fight. One more? There we go. And get a nice little ending with some scenes from the movie. Uh-oh. Do it, Officer Carl Winslow. Alright, and that's Die Hard, Murder Everything %. It might look like a typical shooter, but it has a lot of different elements that come together and offer a unique experience. In a sea of trash NES movie games, this one floats to the top. Thanks to the Japanese developers, of course. Goodbye.